Thank you for joining me today on the Fair Breeze Files. My name is Lindsay and I am a luxury travel advisor. Today we're going to go over the 5 reasons that you should use a travel advisor. I can understand coming into the idea of traveling, there's so many different options. You have Costco, you have Expedia, you have Orbitz, you have Kayak. There's so many different options. How do you know what is the right one? Well, there is an entire industry of travel advisors out there that are more than willing to help you. They're looking forward to assisting you and planning the best trip that you could ever imagine. So I'm just going to run down the 5 best reasons to use a travel advisor, although there are many. Thank you for tuning in to the Fair Breeze Files, your source for tips, tidbits, and insights related to the world of travel. Number 5 is the assistance that you can get from a travel advisor when you are on your trip. So there's always going to be things that happen in travel that are unexpected. Sometimes there'll be just something small like a taxi doesn't show up when you're expecting it, or it could be something major like missing a flight or having a pandemic shut down everything that you're planning on doing. That is where a travel advisor is really going to come in handy. You're going to be able to contact your travel advisor anytime during your trip. And that is so helpful because you have that person that you have in your pocket that is an email or a phone call or a text away that's going to actually be able to help you in any kind of problems that you might come up with or come across while you're on your trip. And just that peace of mind itself is worth any amount of money. But it's amazing how assured you would feel when you're on your trip because of having a travel advisor that you know will be there for you when or if something does go wrong. They're going to be able to contact your providers, your hotel, your tour agent, your transfer, the person who's picking you up from the airport or something like that. They're going to be able to contact them, contact the company. They're going to get right on it to help make sure that your trip goes as smooth as possible. Number 4 is connections. Travel advisors have connections with the industry as a whole. There are people all over the world who are in the travel industry, and as an advisor, we actually have partners on the ground in your destination. Now, that could be anywhere from the hotel down the street to someone in, deep Africa. There's always going to be a connection that the travel advisor has with your travel providers. Now, there are different what we call consortiums in the travel industry, and they're basically groups of travel providers, travel advisors, and they kind of coordinate connections in the industry. I'm a part of the Virtuoso Consortium, which is actually the highest in luxury travel. So everyone that I connect with through Virtuoso is going to be a highly rated, highly vetted travel provider. So I know that I'm sending my clients to providers that are going to be top notch, that I can trust my clients with the providers on the ground, no matter where in the world they are. There are people that operate out of those specific locations. For example, if I have a client who wants to travel to Bali, I will have connections in Bali that are going to help me plan the trip, make sure that it is the best, most efficient, and most tailored to my client, but then also that they have the connections on the ground that make sure they're getting the best value, make sure that they're staying in high-end places, make sure that they have trustworthy tour operators that they're going to be traveling with, trustworthy transfers. So if they're getting picked up from the airport, that they know that that company that they're using, those drivers, those tour guides are very well vetted. And that not only provides the peace of mind for my clients, but also for me, because I want to make sure that every client gets the best trip that they could possibly have. So number 4 is connections. Number 3 are the perks and benefits that you get through booking through an advisor. Those are your monetary benefits or special perks and gifts that you get from the providers. Now, those providers that I'm using, I know are reputable, I know that they're trustworthy, but of course, they are in competition with other reputable and trustworthy providers as well. There's not just one reputable and trustworthy provider in a specific city. Sometimes there's dozens. So, what they like to do is they like to provide as much benefits and perks and extras as they can for my clients so that they're encouraging me to book with them. So, that creates a special incentive for me to get the best value as I can for my clients. And that is exciting for me too, because I can shop around at the different travel providers and see if that my clients are getting the best deal, they're getting the best upgrades, the best perks of sometimes, room credit or stateroom credit on a cruise, something like that, that makes sure that they're going to get special treatment. And that is an amazing benefit to booking with a travel advisor that you wouldn't get from booking on any other website or company, because we have those personal connections that allows us to get really good benefits and special perks and nice upgrades and just a really amazing experience for our clients that is above and beyond anything that you could book on your own. Reason number 2 for booking with a travel advisor: we are experts in our field. You wouldn't go and buy a house sight unseen and expect to move in and have it be your dream house and not talk with a real estate agent, would you? You also wouldn't take a whole bunch of your money, a giant investment, and go online and just kind of click around looking for what someone recommends as the best investment portfolio. No, you have a financial advisor. Just like that, we are travel advisors. We are here to advise you based on our knowledge of the industry. So you talk to loan agents, you talk to real estate agents, and they are the ones who are the experts in their industry, so that they can give you expert advice, and they can also take your hand and make sure that you are educated, that you are making your purchase with the most knowledge that you can. No one can be an expert on everything. So, of course, you're going to need help from people who are experts. Well, travel advisors are experts in travel. And actually, most Americans that do travel is a very large portion of their yearly spending. You might not think of travel as an investment as much because it doesn't have the same returns monetarily, but travel has incredible returns for your heart, for your memories, for your experiences. And most people, that's why most people when they retire, they say that they want to travel. Or most people when they make a lot of money, if you were to win the lottery, most of the time people are going to say that, what are you going to do at the lottery? Oh, they're going to travel the world. So it is a big investment in your future, in your experiences, and in your family memories, everything. You would want to speak with an expert to make sure that you get the most returns for your money. That is what a travel advisor does. So not only do we make sure that you get the most returns in experience and just a really wonderful time on your vacation or on your trip, but we also use our time to make sure that that is the best that you could have. And in the same way, we wouldn't recommend going on, online and just researching and throwing a bunch of money at an experience that some random people on the internet recommend. No, you want to talk to an expert. And since we have those connections on the ground, since we have the worldwide network of travel providers, we're able to find you the best deals, the best value, the most amazing experiences that you can't even necessarily find online, or that so that when you actually do travel, when you go on your trip, it is exactly what you're hoping for, or even more amazing than you could have imagined. And that is what a travel provider does. Places that you wouldn't have known about, or things that you wouldn't have done if it hadn't been for your travel advisor finding out what is best for that specific destination. So, reason number 2 is that we're the experts, and you always want to trust your money, trust your experiences, and your hopes and dreams of an amazing trip with an expert. So, reason number 1, personalization. We are going to personalize your trip to you. At Fairbreeze Custom Travel, I offer a personalized travel personality assessment where I go with you and we do a deep dive into where you've traveled before, what your travel style is, what type of experiences that you're looking to have, what are your hopes and dreams, and what is it that has been in the back of your mind your whole life as something that you would just love to experience, but you never thought it was actually possible. That's where I come in. I love to make those experiences happen. I love to get those text messages from my clients saying, wow, this hotel is more amazing than we ever could have imagined, or this tour was incredible. I never would have even thought of this. There's so many times that I'm talking with my providers on the ground. They're seeing what's available for that time of year and that destination, and then I come across something that I know, oh my goodness, my client is going to love this. I have to book this for them. And as a travel advisor, I definitely am an expert in my field. I am very familiar with the industry. The travel industry is something that I've been a part of for a very long time. But I like to say more than anything, I'm an expert in you. I'm an expert in my clients. I want to get to know you through the travel personality assessment to see exactly what you imagine and what kind of experience you're looking for. What memories do you want to have when you come home? What memories do you want to tell your grandkids or great grandkids? Or if you're traveling as a family, what memories do you want them to have with you that isn't something that you would be able to necessarily plan on your own? Or, end up going to some rickety Airbnb that wasn't what it was advertised online. And there's just so many ways that I can make your experience next level. And I love to do that for my clients. And I know that most travel advisors do. And we're going to be making the most amazing trips for you. They're personalized. They come with itineraries. They come with insurance and tour providers that are vetted. Throughout the world, there are so many destinations that are less traveled or less thought of, and they have amazing experiences that are available for very inexpensive prices, if you're American especially. And if you're wanting to see new things or experience new things, like there's so many recommendations that as a travel advisor we can give that would be something that really sparks your interest. We like to get to know you for you. We like to get to know, what do you do for your hobbies? What do you do for on a Friday night? What is it that you're imagining that you could see yourself in? What kind of Instagram pictures are you going to want to take? What kind of experiences, what kind of people are you going to want to meet? What kind of cultures and foods are you going to want to experience? This is all something that I go into with my travel personality assessment with you so that I can create the most amazing trip for you. So, number one, the most important reason that you should use a travel advisor is because we have that personalization and we can create an amazing experience for you, an amazing itinerary for you, and just create all these memories that you would never even imagine could be real. Myself, I was a Disneyland cast member for a number of years, and so it was my job to create magic. It was my job to spark the interest of a child and see their faces light up. It was my job to talk with adults and just give them little glimpses of how the magic is made, or what they can do to create an even more incredible experience for their kids. This is something that I personally love. I love to create these experiences for people, and especially my clients, because I get to know you as a friend, as a close acquaintance, because I want to know what it is that you're dreaming about. I want to know how I can make that dream come true and how I can do it within your budget, in a location that you've always wanted to go to, or even a place that you hadn't even imagined. How I can get you introduced into the culture or experience amazing things that your friends are going to look at your Instagram and say, I went to that location. I never even knew that was there. Because that's what a travel advisor can do for you. So, those are the 5 top reasons that you should use a travel advisor, at least according to me. And thank you so much for watching. Feel free to contact me at Fairbreeze Custom Travel. My website is fairbreezetravel.com. I'm on Instagram, and of course, here at the Fairbreeze Files on YouTube. Thank you so much, and happy travels!